Good afternoon, Forest Heights STEM Academy, and welcome to our 8th annual Student Council debate. Today, we will be asking our three presidential candidates several questions related to our school and their qualifications as leaders. Each candidate will give their opening statements, followed by a series of general questions. In the last 10 to 15 minutes of the debate, we will field any questions from our audience members using the town hall link sent by Mr. Harris to your teachers. Our three candidates are Estrella Raimundo, Emily Nichols, and JC Brown. Welcome, candidates. Audience members, we encourage you to type any questions you may have for our candidates into the Google form. Candidates, you will have 30 seconds each to give your opening statements. After that, we will move on to questions. Estrella?
Hi, my name is Estrella. I'm running for President Student Council. I believe what makes me more qualified for student council is it is my first year, and I really do want to help everyone improve the school in ways they want to, not just in ways I want to.
Emily?
Hi, my name is Emily Nichols. I'm running for Student Council President. This is my third year in Student Council, and I would love to hear all of your ideas this year and to help bring those ideas to Student Council.
JC?
Hi guys, my name is JC Brown and it's my third year in Student Council as well. These past 2 years, I've been a senator for my grade. I love being an advocate for my peers, and I believe president is just the position for me. I'm very excited about the opportunity to make a positive impact on our school.
Thank you. All right, now we'll get into general questions. What makes you more qualified than your fellow candidate? Emily?
I've been in Student Council for 3 years, and even before that, I was part of the student government at my old school. So I have lots of experience. In 6th grade, I was a senator, and I have made sure that I see the issues in our school, and I constantly am finding issues and thinking of ways to solve them. And I really want the people, all the students, to have a voice.
JC?
I have lots of experience in leadership as well, some of those being senator and being a part of Building with Purpose last year. I'm always looking for ways to make our school a better place. I'm a great listener and make sure every voice is heard. I always keep in mind teamwork makes the dream work.
Estrella?
This is my second year student council. This is my second year in student council. Last year, I wasn't in any of the, I wasn't a senator or anything, but I was there in every single meeting, and I did see things that most of the kids wanted to improve or have their say about, and I saw some of the mistakes we kind of did last year, and I believe I can help improve.
What are some of the things you would like Student Council to accomplish this year? JC?
I plan to organize even better spirit weeks and dances, maybe even some pep rallies. I plan to encourage people to join more clubs and maybe encourage them to start some, and more fundraisers for things around the school in sports.
Estrella?
I would like to also help with the dances around the school, and like for field day, I would like to help make it more funner than the past few years. Make this the best last year for the 8th graders, and hopefully the best year for the 7th and 6th graders.
Emily?
I would like to help our school by improving our campus, helping to make our facilities better, like our bathrooms and locker rooms, which seem to have been a big problem in past years. I have talked to people, and we decided we want to maybe create a forum where students can put in their ideas, and so that all ideas are heard, not just the ideas from our student council members. And I also think it's important that we promote and improve our sports and clubs so that everyone is getting to do the things that they want to do in the school.
What are the biggest problems facing our school, and what would you do to fix them? Estrella?
Some of the biggest problems in our school, I believe, would be the sanitizing sometimes in the bathrooms. I believe I've heard a lot of people complain about that. I also like around the school, you sometimes see people picking on others. I would like to do something about that. Maybe have everyone, come together and, find a way to like see why bullying is still happening in our school.
Emily?
Like I was saying in the past question, and like Estrella was saying, I think our facilities tend to have had a lot of problems in past years. Our bathrooms and our locker rooms. I know also that our cafeteria is something important to a lot of students. So making sure that we're getting to do things and have food that we want to have and things related to that. I also think that a big problem is the students say and like the actual having what the students say go into effect so that they have a voice and that they feel like they're being represented correctly.
JC?
Some students might not feel connected to the school events we might do or activities, so I plan to make them more diverse and fun so everyone could participate. Another thing is many students face pressure to perform academically and socially, which can lead to stress and anxiety. I plan to encourage a balanced school life by organizing relaxation spaces during school hours or during lunch.
How do you plan to reach out to students? How do you plan to work with our principal, Ms. Kirkpatrick, to bring change to our school? Emily?
I think it's very important that we talk to Ms. Kirkpatrick as she is in charge of everything at our school. And a lot of the things that we are able to do are because of her. But I think that we really should talk to Ms. Kirkpatrick so that we can have spirit days, which I know most students really enjoy, and that we can have events outside of school so that students feel more involved in their school and not just think of it as somewhere where you go to learn, but somewhere that you have time to be around people you want to be around.
Estrella?
I would like to also be able to communicate with her. I know I can see her during lunch or sometimes when I have my free time to be able to communicate since she is the head of the school to help us make some changes. Also to do like Emily said, some more spirit days, especially because it isn't just for us to enjoy. It also we can use the money to help others.
JC?
I plan to set up regular meetings with her to discuss ideas and updates. I want to stay aligned with school goals as well so we can also align ideas. I will be open to all her feedback and I'm willing to adjust my plans.
All right. Thank you, candidates. Now we're going to turn to our town hall questions to hear what students in classes right now are asking to hear from you. Students, we won't be able to get to all of your questions. Our first question: what purpose do you have in running for student council? What got you interested in student council and why? JC?
Okay. Some of my purposes for student council are things such as being a voice for everyone around me and my peers. So being interested in student council was from being able to have power because I feel like some people aren't heard all the time. So I like to be able to communicate with everybody and make sure they're heard in bigger bodies and bigger spaces.
Emily?
I think that student council is a very important part of our society because it helps, like JC was saying, for people to be heard. I've wanted to be part of student council for a while, knowing I was able to be in it in 6th and 7th grade. I think that I love to help people and I want to be able to let people be heard, and I want to make an impact and change in our school.
Estrella?
For my purpose, I believe would just be able to help around the school and to make it better for us 8th graders as it is our last year and to help it improve for the 7th and 6th graders. Also with the fact that some of these people, like most of the groups, they have something they want to improve, but sometimes you don't hear the smaller groups and what they want to be improved. I believe I would help with having everyone's voices heard, not just the big, large groups. And what got me interested was, although I wasn't here in the 6th grade for student council, I heard how much they could change for the school, and I really wanted to be a part of it so I could help make the school better.
Thank you. Our next question: how do you think your role in student council will impact the school? Emily?
I think that as president, the biggest thing is bringing together student council and bringing together the students, and not just taking that power for myself and making it where I'm in charge, but taking that role to guide the students and to bring us all together to create better decisions and make our school the best it can be.
Estrella?
My role in student council would improve the school by making sure everyone's voices could be heard, and that way we are all included in the school. Also, I don't want to just be, like Emily said, just be the one making the choices for myself, what I feel. I also want to have everyone else included in it, not just because they're not a student council. I feel like everyone should also have their voice heard.
Jason?
Okay. I think my role in student council will impact the school because I want to be a role model for all my peers as well, not just people in my grade, but 6th, 7th, and even elementary students, because what we do also affects the elementary school students as well. And I also think that I'm a good communicator. So, like Emily said, not just me being the one making decisions, but all of us together. So, as I said, teamwork makes the dream work.
All right. How do you plan to interact with the student body? Estrella?
I plan to interact with the student body. I would like to go around classes, maybe like at least once a month or more, just to go around and hear everyone's opinions, write down what I feel most students actually want to improve from the school, take it to student council, and hear everyone else's ideas and what they think with that idea we can do to actually make it happen.
Jason?
I really plan on having an online suggestion box so it's easy to access. I plan on having some sort of social media platform so we can do fun things on there too, so we can also interact with students. And I also am planning on maybe some sort of newsletter so that all the students know what we're doing and working on in student council as well.
Emily?
I think kind of like what JC was saying and I was saying earlier, it would be a really good idea to have a forum so that we can reach out to students and hear what the issues they're facing and the ideas they have for student council so that we can improve our school. I also think that a big part of the interacting with students is the activities we do, the dances and the pep rallies and whatever we're doing with the clubs so that these students feel like we're representing them and that they're a part of our school.
Thank you. We have a question from Mr. Anderson's class. Are you running alone or with a vice president? Jason?
Okay, I'm running with my amazing best friend, Erin Rancifer. Everybody vote her for vice and vote me for pres.
Emily?
I'm actually running with Elena Davies, who's running for vice president. She's very qualified, I believe, and I think that you should vote for both of us.
Estrella?
I also am running with the vice president. Her name is Tanya. She and her would work best together. Although we are best friends, I don't believe that should do anything with the fact that we're not going to make change. We are going to make change. Just because we're best friends, don't think that that's going to affect what we're going to say for our school.
All right. We have time for just one more question. We'll finish on this question. Why do you think you should get this position? Emily?
I think that I am very qualified. Like I was saying earlier, I've been on student council for multiple years, and I think that I have the school's best interest in mind and your best interest in mind. I believe that I could guide student council to make the school a better place and to make it a place where you want to come every day and not you're just forced to come. I think that everyone should have an opinion and everyone's opinion should be heard. And I think I would do a good job at bringing those opinions forth.
Estrella?
I believe I'm also qualified for president, as we all believe, but I believe I will make a good change. Although this is my second year, like I said, I really do believe I could help run the school, make sure everyone's voice is heard. That way we can all together make an impact on our school to make it better.
Jason?
I think I'm very qualified for this position since I have a lot of leadership skills and traits, and I also believe that just being a student council doesn't mean that you're the only one that can come up with things and ideas. So I think that everyone is a part of the student body, which is true, and that I will be able to have it a whole big community.
One more question we're going to ask. How do you plan to balance student council with your other schoolwork and extracurriculars? Jason.
Okay. With my extracurriculars, I plan to talk to them about this stuff too, honestly. I think that being a part of student council makes me a leader, a role model, like I said earlier, and showing them that just because you're doing all this stuff doesn't mean that you're not like anybody else that isn't doing it. So balancing it out is just a natural thing for me, I guess.
Estrella?
How I would balance it, honestly, I would have some days just dedicated to student council and others to do my schoolwork. I wouldn't just choose one over the other. I would also, like JC said, like in my like clubs or in groups I can also bring up they can also bring up ideas that I can bring to student council to help it make it better and to not make it just for me to put my school over the student council. I don't believe that would be fair for me to do.
Emily.
I think that it's very important to balance your schoolwork and your extracurriculars with being in student council. And I think it's big that I would balance all of these things, as if I am able to get my work done and be able to be a leader in extracurricular activities that I'm doing, it shows that I'm responsible and that I am fit for the role that I have in student council. I think that it's very important to bring all of those things together so that you're not one person when you're doing this and a different person when you're doing that, so that you seem like that's actually who you are and that's actually what you're wanting to do.
All right. Sorry we cannot get to all questions. We will finish our debate today with closing statements. We will hear first from Estrella.
Thank you guys for listening to our ways we believe we can help improve the school. I hope you are able to vote for me and Tanya for president and vice, and hopefully if I do get elected as president, I know I will make a better change for our school.
Emily.
I'm so glad you were all able to listen. I know that whoever you choose will be a good option, but I think that you should definitely choose me. I think I will represent the student body really well, and I think that it'll make it a really good year for both the 8th graders that are leaving and the 6th graders that are just coming in, as well as the 7th graders who are, this is their second year, and so they're able to continue so that next year they'll be able to continue to keep our school great. And I think you should vote for me and me for president and Elena for vice president.
JC.
Okay. As a student council president, I promise to listen to your ideas, stand up for your needs, and work hard to make our school the best it could be. That rhymed. As a whole, we can make a positive system where everyone is heard. Let's make this year one to remember. Thank you guys for your vote, and vote Aaron Rance for vice and JC for president.
And that concludes our FHSA Student Council debate. Thank you, candidates, for your participation today, and thank you to our audience members for submitting your questions. Now, students watching, the choice is up to you. Election Day will be Thursday, September 26th, that's tomorrow, in all science classrooms. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon.